spirituality isn't just sitting on a cloud and wishing everybody peace and love. When you realize that is not what spirituality is. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Live as a human being. Experience the full spectrum. Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. I'm Val Mason. Thank you for joining me today. I want to talk about my predictions for the year of 2024. When I had my kundalini awakening in 2020 and I started educating myself and exploring spirituality and mysticism and finding different leaders and prominent figures in the spiritual community, I saw a theme where 2024 was going to be a profound year for the collective, and it had to do with the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction on December 21st of 2020 as we moved into Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, and Pluto entering into Aquarius this year as well. I think that had a lot to do with it. I'm not an astrologer, but sure enough, this year has absolutely kicked off with a total bang. Absolutely magical. We're beginning to really enter new earth consciousness. We're connecting the cosmic dots. We're connecting souls. We are entering the 5D consciousness within individually. And in order for this to happen, though, by the laws of nature, by the natural order of nature, things break down to break through. So when this happens, our consciousness, our belief systems, don't just take the term belief system for face value. I want you to turn within yourself and ask yourself, what are my belief systems that are being challenged? And every time you feel triggered, every time you feel confused, therein lies your answer. So with this year being so profound in terms of spiritually awakening and entering unity consciousness, that is not something that we just whoop into. It is not that easy. It's not that pretty. It is a process of unbecoming, of shedding all the layers of the onion to the core. Shedding the ego and limiting subconscious belief systems and programs, religious dogma, everything really that we thought we knew about life in general and ourselves and who we are, and good versus bad and right and wrong and all these sort of things are going to be greatly challenged individually through different events and relationships and circumstances that'll play out in your personal life. So aside from this year beginning with a total bang, absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, perfect, magical. I said for the last 3 years since my kundalini awakening, I was saying 2020 was the most magical year of my life. Indeed it was, up until this year. This year has been the most magical year of my life, and I look forward to being able to surpass this year in terms of magic as well. So I'm really excited, and I'm really excited for this coming year. This is also going to be a great year of connection and relationship and healing with yourself first and foremost. Remember, whatever we have within, whatever subconscious belief systems and programs and habits and patterns that we have going on within is going to be what is reflected back. Whatever you want on the outside, you have to become. So this year is going to challenge us to take a deep gander within and gain greater insight to our shadows, to the things that have kept us held back in all areas of life. It's going to ask us to re-examine more thoroughly our childhood, our current relationships, and in order for us to question what it is that we actually desire, who it is that we actually want to be, and then what needs to be done in order to get there. And I want to emphasize on this greatly, to release anything that appears as a block within you to your highest timeline and dreams and desires for your personal self, in your personal life, in your personal the reality that you desire to create. Ask that question and be totally honest with yourself. And if there is any fear that stops you from admitting what you actually want, that is what is going to be asking of you to release it. The programs that we have in our minds literally feel like they are set in stone, like we can't possibly become or achieve what we truly, truly desire and rightfully know is ours. This is something else that I want to mention. I want you to go back into your childhood, and I want you to remember any kind of really profound prophetic dreams that you had that felt like your soul mission, that dropped you straight into your soul, that were 100% lucid and vivid and made you feel alive. You woke up feeling absolutely incredible. What was going on in those dreams? What were those dreams? The recurring dreams as a child. This is what our soul was giving us as children, programming us for the rest of our lives. If you're someone who had dreams of being a great healer, someone who was seen, a public figure, someone with a profound mission and higher purpose, and then you entered chaos and darkness and despair and shattered relationships and broken dreams and all this sort of theme throughout your life. The reason you were having those dreams when you were a child was to remind you, was to program you deep subconsciously so that when you awaken, you remember why you're here and you remember what your greater higher purpose is. And the subconscious programs that we have of those shattered dreams, and I can't do this, and I'm not capable, and I'm unworthy, and da-da-da-da, all this nonsense, they're only programs. You can literally do, be, and become anything that you choose to do, anything that you put your mind to. If you say, I have 100% success rate mindset, you are commanding into your reality that you surpass all those layers of the onion and that you get through them by working through them. You can't close your eyes and run, you have to keep your eyes wide open. You have to stay wide awake, and you have to look your demons and your obstacles square in the eye to understand them. Number one, the root cause of them, where that program came from, where that fear is stemming from, and then to know then the action to take to get what you rightfully deserve and desire. So I always say that our demons are our greatest allies, as well as our angels, our supports and our guides and the ones that love us and make us feel perfect. Sure, absolutely. But we need the demons, we need the challenges, we need those tests and contrasts to keep us remembering where it is that we actually desire to be. And, look, when this happens, that feels like a spiritual attack. It feels like, why me? It feels like victim mentality. But a courageous, brave warrior will sit with it and say, I accept this deeply. I deeply accept this. What is this teaching me? How is this helping me? It's amazing. It's how you grow. It's how you become. It's how you then get to the point where you look back and you realize all that was a program. All that was a belief, Beautiful, stunning, brilliant, absolutely gorgeous. And so, this year is also a huge theme for this year is healing trauma, because that's what we're doing here, okay? That is what we're doing here. With the spiritual awakening and, the reason we spiritually awaken is to heal the trauma and to come into balance and harmony and personal responsibility and wholeness within and do what it takes to balance our masculine and feminine energies to create the life that we desire and to be able to give the best of what we have. When we align energetically within, we're doing that, and then we're able to give that. We bless the world with that energy. We help the world ascend through that healed and balanced energy. And so that is, there is no cutting corners. Truth never lies. This is not a spiritual fluff kind of cool trend that we're talking about here. Now, while we don't want to take it so seriously we forget to have fun, absolutely, we need to dance and laugh and have fun and be goofy and ridiculous and clowns. But also, we have to realize that this is something that needs to be thoroughly done. You need to move, we have to go through it to get out of it. Not around it, not under it, not over it. So, and that's why we have the humor and the jokes, it's to keep it light, to keep that balance. You have to know when to be serious. You have to know when to seriously buckle down and be serious about your mission and what's going on and how to handle it, but also how to have fun through it. When to have fun, when to not really care, when to let that load off. So another prediction for this year is expansion of current projects and creativity. This is going to be a year as we heal, and this is stemming from healing within our relationships. Healing our sacral chakra and our root chakra and our solar plexus this year in terms of relationship and connection and being present and being in our body and allowing that energy to flow without restriction. Belonging, feelings, knowing you are safe, knowing who you are, having your voice. Through this is going to come a burst of creativity. And who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to expand in their purpose and in their endeavors and what they're doing? And please let me remind you that I don't care what it is that you're called to do, whatever you want to do. What do you want to do? You want to rap? You want to cook? You want to do stand-up comedy? You want to be a shaman? You want to play music? I don't care. It doesn't matter. Creativity is creativity, honey. Creativity is life in itself. Everything is art. Everything is creativity. So when we spiritually awaken, while there are like practices and modalities that are traditional, that are handed down from our ancestors, that is not what spirituality is. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. That means let's live as human beings. Live as a human being. Experience the full spectrum of everything. Nastiness, beauty, be vulgar and be loving. I mean, don't restrict yourself. We are the yin and the yang, okay? Why would we come here if we weren't supposed to experience all of it, Get a taste for a little bit of everything. Let yourself, because that is when you start easing up and you realize that spirituality isn't just sitting on a cloud and wishing everybody peace and love. When you realize that is not what spirituality is, that's called spiritual fluff. And that is highly toxic and damaging on an individual level and on a collective level. So when you realize that we are just at the basis, spiritual beings having a human experience, what now can I do with this? And that means whatever it is that you want to do. Whatever it is, if you're a zillion fabulous things, then that's exactly what you need to do. But it is when that we realize that there's no manual, there's no guidebook, there's no rules in terms of what you can do. that's when your creativity starts pouring in, and you're able to expand and realize more of your calling and what it is you want to do, and things start clicking and falling into place. So the overall theme for this year is connection and relationships, expansion of creativity, breaking down to break through personally and collectively. This might happen on an individual level. It might happen between families and friends. That's the natural order of creation, is we break down to break through. Things fall apart and it feels like everything is wrong, but we can't even see behind the scenes. Things are actually reorganizing and falling into place better than you could have ever imagined. I think another thing this year is going to bring is curiosity, a seeking of truth, a seeking for knowledge, a seeking for higher purpose and deeper meaning in life, while we continue to, do whatever it is that we want to do and be funny. There it is. That's what it's telling me. This year is about learning how to flow, about learning how to balance between, I don't have to just be this. I can be that too, and I can be that, and you better believe I can be that as well. Back and forth, minute to minute, maybe day by day. Just let yourself be all that you are. Challenge, that's what I want you to do this year. Ask yourself, where is it within that I might be restricting myself from allowing all of my soul's lights to turn on and to shine for the world? And then the dance is learning which lights to keep on and what to turn off, and how to play that music of your soul with all those things that you are. I am such a huge encourager and supporter to be all that you can be while you can be it without restriction. This is your life. Live it, honey. I wish you the greatest blessings of love, of prosperity, of great insight and revelation, and the comfort of love to be with you in your times of challenge this year. Thank you.